It is time to kick off the Eastern Conference playoffs in the National Hockey League, and we're here to preview Hurricanes Islanders. And well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Watu-K99. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch these videos. If you enjoy what you're watching, please do me a favor. Brand new, please like and subscribe. If you're returning, the like is very much appreciated. So let's talk a little NHL hockey right now. We're going to talk Hurricanes, Islanders. I'll be doing another video as well previewing the Rangers and Devils, but I decided to give a little attention to Carolina and the Islanders. So let's look at this. Now, Carolina, winners of the Metropolitan Division, have not advanced past the second round since sweeping the Islanders in 4 games back in 2019. So now, after they have finished first in their division for the 3rd straight season, including the last 2 in the Metropolitan Division, the Hurricanes are really looking for any way they can to take one more step, to get to a conference final again and ultimately back to the Stanley Cup Finals. But here's the thing. The Canes are playing some of their worst hockey that we have seen them play in a couple of years. They are 9-9-1 in their last 19 games. Now, that streak all started against the Vegas Golden Knights on March 11th. They lost that game 4-0, but here's what was so pivotal. One of their 2-star forwards, Andrei Svechnikov, went down for the season with a torn ACL, and the Hurricanes' offense has never been the same since. Now, Sebastianaho led the Hurricanes in goals for the 6th straight season with 36, second on the team in points with 67. Now, Aho has 46 points in 48 career playoff games. But here's the thing. Svechnikov is out with this knee injury, so now the Islanders can focus that much more attention on Aho. And the question is, can anybody on the Hurricanes step up on offense to contribute? Will it be a Martin H.S., who's had a real breakout season? Will it be a Seth Jarvis, a Teumo Teravainen? It's going to be very interesting to see that. But as far as the Islanders go, they are getting Mathewbarzal back from a lower body injury. He has been out for the last 2 months. That's going to be a huge boost for their offense if he can find his skating legs again. Now, the Islanders did go 14-7-2 in their last 23 games without Barzal, but he is still their most dynamic offensive player. You know, he still finished, he only played 58 games, but he had 51 points in those 58 games. That's still second on the team in points, only behind Brock Nelson. And one thing that I don't think a lot of Islander fans and hockey analysts really saw was just how much bohorvat, his play really depended on the play of Barzal. You know, once Barzal went down, Horvat really stopped scoring. He still won faceoffs, he still provided leadership, but he wasn't making that difference on offense. So the thing with the Islanders, also with their defense, they are really reliant on their goaltending. Their defense can be a little bit shaky, and one of the big X factors in this series is when will Alex Romanov be able to come back and play. He's probably, in my mind, their best defensive defenseman, and he's been out for a little while now. So I don't think, last I heard, I don't think he's expected to play Game 1, but he is expected back sometime during the series. So the health of Romanov is going to be a big deal. But the goalies are what I want to spend a little extra time on here. Now, if there's one place I think the Islanders have the advantage, it is in the goaltending. Now, with the Hurricanes, you've got Frederikandersen and Antti Raanta. Anderson is known for playoff struggles. Look up his history in Toronto. It's not very pretty. And if the Canes need it, Peter Kochetkov is just a call away over in Rosemont, Illinois with the Chicago Wolves if needed. Now, during the regular season, Anderson did do well. 21 wins, 11 losses, 1 overtime loss with a 2.48 goals against average, 903 save percentage, 1 shootout, not bad, or 1 shutout, excuse me. Raanta went 19-3-3 with a 2.23 goals against and 4 shutouts. So Raanta is a more than capable backup. So it's going to be very interesting to see who gets the start in Game 1, and if it doesn't go so well, how quick will Coach Rod Brindamore be to pull the string and go to the next goalie? Now, the Islanders, on the other hand, there's no debate who their top goalie is. Ilyasorokin went 31, 22, and 7, a 2.34 goals against, 924 save percentage, and a league high 6 shutouts during the regular season. Now, among starting goalies who played at least half the season, only Linus Ullmark of the Bruins had her better goals against and save percentage. And Ullmark is pretty much a shoo-in to win the Vezina Trophy as this season's top goaltender. You got Semyon Varlamov as the backup goalie, who was their number one the last time the Islanders made the playoffs in 2021 as well. All right, so those are the goalies. Now, I got some stats about both teams that I find pretty interesting. So let's start with Carolina. Carolina led the NHL in goals by their defensemen. 59 goals from their defense, including 18 each from Brent Burns, who came over from San Jose in a big trade, and Brady Shea, the former Ranger. Carolina was also second in the NHL in penalty kill, 84%. But here's the thing. Their power play is bad. Their power play is 20th in the league at 19%, but it's only at 11% over the last 21 games. Again, they lost Svechnikov. The power play has taken as big of a hit as anything. But the Hurricanes know how to possess the puck and generate chances well while limiting the other team. They're third in the NHL in 34 shots on goal per game, and they allowed a league low 26 per game. So the Canes are all about possessing the puck. Now, as far as the Islanders go, right now they may have the absolute worst power play in the NHL. They finished 30th in the league at 15.8%, certainly the worst among remaining playoff teams. In the last 23 games without Matt Barzal, their power play converted at 10.9%. Both of these power plays over the last quarter of the season have basically been converting 1 out of about 9 times. So whichever power play can emerge, if one of them can emerge, that is going to make an enormous difference in this game. Just to give you a reference on that, I'll make it even more disturbing. The Islanders have scored 35 power play goals. Leon Draisaitl of the Oilers has scored 32 power play goals by himself. They do have a very adequate penalty kill. They're 9th in the league with 82%. And the Islanders are really just known for being a super physical team. They're 5th in the NHL in hits with 2,139 and 5th in block shots. And Scott Mayfield is the chief component of that, 168 blocks this season. So as far as my prediction goes, these are two pretty even matched teams, I think. The Islanders and Hurricanes have similar amounts of offensive talent, but the Canes have the depth, they have the experience, and I think they have that little bit of oomph that they might need inside of them to get past the second round this season. Now, both teams are struggling now with finishing their scoring chances, but I think Carolina just executes their system better, and that's really credit to Coach Rob Brindamore more than anything. But the real difference, two things: that power play that we talked about, which one of those will emerge, and then you've got the Hurricanes' edge on defense versus the Islanders' advantage in goal. Which one of those will prove to be more decisive in this series? The other thing for me is if the Isles can't get the puck out of their own zone, and again, without Romanov, I think it's going to be a problem for them. If they struggle to get the puck out of their own zone, the Canes forecheck. They forecheck. I think that could lead to some turnovers and some golden scoring opportunities for Carolina. So I expect a very tight, low-scoring series. I think at least 2 of these games are going to go to overtime, maybe 3. I expect a long series, but I am going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes to win the series, and I think it's going to take 7 games to do it. Well, those are my thoughts on the series. I want to see your thoughts. What's your prediction? Put it down there in the comments. Thanks, everybody, for watching this video. I'll see you right back here with more content once I'm back in the Wicker Chair.